to episode 6 of Purgatory Club. How you doing, Dean?
Doing pretty good, buddy. I'm loving your
That's your
shirt.
last name, right, Dean?
That's right, Jody S. Dean.
Jody S. Dean. Okay, cool. So what you been up to, man?
Oh man, movies, music, everything, bro. Just finished another movie.
Your music is really good. It sounds crazy
Thank
because I
you.
listen to like a lot of Suicide Boys and like Bones and like those kind of people, you know. And your
Yeah,
music is crazy.
I appreciate that, dude. I'm actually very familiar with those artists, and they're in my playlist. It's funny because a lot of people compared my sound to like some of them early on before I even knew who they were. Like even Lil
Yeah,
Peep, a lot of people were like, "Your sound kind of sounds like Lil Peep," and I didn't even know who he was, unfortunately, until he'd already passed. Man, it was kind of sad.
yeah. He was one of the good ones too. That whole
Yes,
era, like the SoundCloud era, was crazy.
it really was. I wish I could have seen it as it was unfolding, but I'm definitely a fan now. So.
No, I get you. I was in high school when that was going on, like 2016, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed it all, man. But like, go figure. Like, you missed some of the greats. I missed X before he passed. I didn't really learn too much about X until after had already, actually, he was murdered. So,
Yeah,
uh,
sucks.
yeah,
He was
man.
another one.
Yeah, but I'm glad to know these people, dude, and I think I'm doing the kind of doing the same thing, where I'm thinking like, how can I still live even when I'm gone? And really, it's through my works, man, my bodies of art that I'm making. So
Exactly. It's the things that we have to leave on this earth that makes our legacy.
that's true, man, and I think that's really a driving force behind everything I'm doing now. Like, I used to do it for me, and I still do. Like, I enjoy doing it, I love it, but now, like, at the forefront, I'm always thinking like, do this so the kids have this, do this so the kids remember this, do this so they have this memory, and yeah, that's at the forefront, dude. Is everything is legacy driven.
Right. It's like generational wealth and like the important things like in life, right? Owning things and just passing it down to our kids and things like that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm glad that I got it, man. I know some people that that have gotten up there in age and they still haven't got it, and I feel really bad for them, dude.
Yeah. No, I
So,
totally get you. I'm trying to get it while I'm young too. Like we're just all trying to make it, right? Like
yeah, and I mean, yeah, you got a good thing going on, dude. I love to see that you've been consistent with it. That's just key to no matter what you do, but especially the social media stuff is I mean, that's key, is this make sure that people don't forget who you are. Like, if I heard some streamer say a while back, like, if you go one day without posting or anything,
it's
people
crazy.
people cheat and they'll find somebody else. So,
Yeah. To
um,
get their fix, it's like a daily fix that people need. And it's like because it's a psychological thing as well. Like in life in general, there are like leaders and then there are followers. So if you happen to be a leader and you're like a creator in the space and you're making stuff that people want, like it's a cool responsibility to have, you know?
absolutely, dude. I mean, and it makes a lot of sense, like I remember how people were addicted to like reality shows, and now that TV is like, it's still thriving, but barely compared to what it used to. Like, now it's all about streaming and social media. They're getting their fix here now, instead of like the Jerry Springer shows and all the crazy stuff
And
we
that's the
used to.
beauty of it. Like anybody can make their own TV show, you know?
Right.
You can have full creative control to make it exactly how you want it, you know?
Absolutely, man. And I think that's, with the movies, that's one thing that's attractive to me. When I was younger and you would say the word independent films, you still kind of had to have either some industry connections or industry money, like somebody investing from the outside. But now it's made pretty easy. Like, if you're good at if you have talents and you're good at what you do, the platforms and everything is right there. You gotta be smart and stay consistent, like, I wouldn't dare, like, as hard as we've worked to get to where we are right now, I wouldn't dare go a year without dropping a film. People will be like, Jody who?
Right.
So
And there's so much that goes on behind like I feel like to a lot of people, like the people that consume the content, it may seem like we just make it seem so easy and like effortless, right? Like you're just constantly putting stuff out and it just seems like
Right.
effortless, but there's so much shit that goes on behind the scenes. So can you kind of like talk about that? What goes on behind the scenes when you're making your movies and your music and stuff? That people that something that they wouldn't think of.
Yeah. First off, I just turned 42 a couple weeks ago, and
Oh, happy late birthday.
thank you. I appreciate that. But something that I've always been really consistent. Like people have noticed it with the stuff I've done on YouTube. People have noticed it now with my music, with my films. And one thing they've never seen is like the stuff I'm battling while being consistent. And being consistent's been so important to me that like I have literally been like I remember one time the hospital told me if you come back again, we're gonna put you on a ventilator. I had COVID so bad. This was a few years ago. And
Hmm.
like the same day I went out and shot like two YouTube videos, and then the next day I was shooting B-roll for a movie I was working on. And I wasn't like I've always put the creations, the works, the content before my own health. And people have heard bits and pieces of this behind the scenes and from people on the outside that know me, but like nobody could even like wrap their mind around how much of a grinder I have been, even when it's been like life threatening.
Hmm.
I had my gallbladder removed in January. All of a sudden, like I was in a lot of pain and I couldn't sit up, I couldn't lay down, I couldn't do anything. I was just in absolute pain. And I go to the hospital and they're like, "Oh my god, like we got to get this out ASAP. If this bursts, you could die." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like it's
Yeah, that's scary.
intense. And I was in the hospital for like 4 or 5 days. It was pretty rough. And the day I got out, I didn't have anybody to run my store, so I was at my store running my store myself. And then
Man,
that
first day
same,
out.
and then that same night, I was sitting right here editing the Dollkeeper movie that I just finished. So
Wow.
yeah, bro, like the mission is always the mission. It doesn't matter, I sick, raining, weather. I
What would you
mean,
say your goal
yeah.
is? Like obviously is to make movies and films and things like that, but do you have like a like in 5 years where do you want to be? In 10 years where do you want to be? In 15 years where do you want to be?
Um, I wanna stay a successful indie horror film company. I don't ever see us being a commercial company. I don't want to, but I do want to see us ending up on movie theater screens more often. Maybe one picture we do a year. I think that right now is like the top goal is to do a deal with Fathom Events or Cineverse, somebody well respected out there, to where like something we do each year gets a showing worldwide at theaters, even if it's just one weekend. Just independent pictures are a little bit different, so they don't usually get long 3-week runs or anything like that. um some people get lucky and they do so well they stay there for a while, but yeah, just I want to see us grow in the aspect. I still am a huge lover of cinema and go to the theater experience. So,
Hmm.
I love going to see. I seen Scream 7 last night.
I was just gonna ask you that. I was I'm a day
Yeah,
late.
it was really good. And in the theater, man, like the vibe is it's still very important to me, and I can see it's very important to a lot of people. So I hope that maybe like to see more independent horror pictures on the screen that we do over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I just hope that that's something that doesn't die out because it's been in my life since I was a kid. So,
Yeah, I hope it doesn't die out because I'm one of those persons. I like to go to the drive-in instead of like a regular theater, just
yeah,
because it's like I get to bring my own food and like enjoy it, you know? So
that's really cool. Yeah, I
I
love
really
that.
hope it doesn't die out. What was
Yeah,
I gonna
man.
say?
We uh
S-
we have I just found out we have a drive-in nearby. I've never been to a drive-in, but
Really?
that's on the checklist, bro.
Oh, you've got to experience that, man.
I want to. I want to. I want to. I want to see. I heard that they play like some older horror movies, stuff from like the 80s, 90s, the stuff that really floats my boat. I heard once in a while they'll have one of those pictures on at the drive-in, so I want to go and catch one of those, man. Maybe like Slumber Party Massacre or Chopping Mall, something like that.
Yeah, I've even gone to see like those silent films at the drive-in. It's pretty neat.
That's cool. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
but it's pretty cool, man. So tell us a little bit about your newest movie. What's it called? I am the Dog Keeper.
Yeah, I am the dog keeper. Just
Sounds
wrapped up on
interesting.
it. It is very interesting, bro. So here's the crazy thing: is I had finished The Clownjuring, and I mean, we weren't even off set a full 2 months, and I was like, you know what? I want to do another picture while I'm promoting this picture because I don't. I hate letting the grass grow, man. I feel like when you have
Yeah,
momentum and people are like, there's a lot of eyes on you. Go ahead and promote anything and everything you can.
exactly. You might as well.
Yeah, and I jumped into production on I Am the Dog Keeper, and the only reason it wasn't done quicker than what it was because I opened a second store in January, and then in January I also went in for surgery. So I mean,
Yeah, I
you
saw
know,
that. Congratulations, by the way. That's crazy.
thank
The
you,
store
man.
right next to your other store, right?
Yeah. So my retro game store is at one end of the plaza, and on the other end of the plaza, I have a video store.
That's too cool.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly, man. And
What
they're
kind of
both.
stuff do you sell in the retro store? Is it like old DVDs and games and toys and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the retro reware is my video game store. We sold retro video games, N64, Super Nintendos, Game Gears, Game Cubes, Game Boys, PS1s, all the good stuff from my childhood. You're very young, but I know you know about this stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so we have that stuff. We have Pokemon cards there. And then when you walk down to the other end of the plaza, it's a video world. I have VHS tapes, cassette tapes, CDs, vinyl records, laser disc,
You gotta
collectible.
save all that stuff, man. Those are like dying arts. Like I remember
Yeah,
having a CD player growing up and like that whole stuff, like it's just imagine in 50 years it's gonna be like how we see like black and white film right now, that's how they're gonna see us, which is
right.
crazy.
It's very true, and that is very important to me to save it, man. And it's
That's so cool.
it's been open since the middle of January, and it's doing really good. It's lots of people coming in for 80s, 90s Y2K clothing. That's more stuff that we have there, band tees and stuff like that.
And that's
Uh,
really cool because you don't live in like a super big city, do you?
believe it or not, Dothan, Alabama is it's a nice. I don't know, maybe like 100,000 population,
Really?
77,000,
Okay,
something like
well,
that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty big then. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Cali, but yeah, it's up there, man. And I love it. It's great there, but not only just for like the stores, bro. It's great because I come from Florida, and when I used to do the movies in Florida, it was so hard. You would think it'd be easier, but it was so hard to find people who wanted to act and work and understood like long game vision, and like it was almost impossible. And in Dothan, Alabama, people are hungry, bro. Like somebody tells me they're gonna be there, they're there.
Mhm.
They do what they're asked. They don't bitch and moan, and they don't expect the world by being in an indie horror picture. We never know what's gonna happen with these movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's not like a movie where somebody's like, oh, we're spending $10 million. You have a good chance that that film could do pretty well, but when you're spending like 10,000, 20, $50,000, like it's just like, you have no clue. We are blessed that
exactly.
we've even done what we've done in the time we've done it. So
Mhm. That's cool to see, like, built in Alabama. So tell us a little bit about the plot of your newest movie. Is it about, like, a haunted doll? 'Cause that's a really
so
cool premise if it is.
yes, and okay, I'm gonna leave it open, but I'll just say that there is a serial killer that
Okay.
believes that he is haunted by this doll. He believes this doll It is his sole purpose to be the keeper of this doll, to protect it, but also he believes that the doll tells him to do very bad things. And you're kind of what you watch the movie and it leaves you wondering, um is there really something to the doll, or is this guy just crazy? I would say it's like very psychological horror. It's creepy, it's disturbing. It's one of the creepiest things I have created yet. Like, it's gritty, grimy, grungy indie horror to the core.
Yeah, I remember last time we spoke, you were talking about wanting to make like a super grungy, like psychological horror film. So I'm glad that like we're here now and it's here.
I
That's
remember
crazy.
that. You're right, man.
Yeah.
We did talk about that. And yeah, I did it. And the craziest thing is like, it's the lowest budget movie I've ever made, and it looks just as good as if I would have spent 10 or 20,000. And I act in it, but like, I play the dog keeper.
Really? That's
I
amazing
am the dog
then.
keeper, bro. Like, I am the
That's
one. Like,
cool. Oh, so you're the
that's
main guy.
I'm the main killer. Yeah, it's the first time
Oh
I've ever
shit.
done that. Yeah.
Okay, I've got to see this one now.
It's wild, bro. So I love acting. I always have, and you'll see me in each one of my movies. You'll see a very small part, and like, usually I'm in and I'm out. Um, but when we were talking about this one, I was like, I really want to do some heavy acting. I was like, what I said to my wife, our legal department, I said, what would you think if I played the lead role of the doll keeper? And she was like, well, that would mean I would have to film it. And I was like, well, she's actually really good with the camera and she takes great
Hmm.
direction. And so her and I filmed it together. And it started off, we were like, well, let's do some test runs and just see what happens. The test stuff was so good that we were in production immediately. And
I love that for you
yeah.
because I tried that with my mom. Like I tried having her hold the camera for me and being like a producer in my ear with the headphones and just trying to film for like an hour and a half. Like she was tripping over stuff and I'm just like, "Mom, like it's like and just just get me good angles, just get me good angles and so I don't have to worry about, because I do everything myself, but
Right.
I tried that the test runs and it didn't work out good. So maybe one day I'll get a producer, but
For
I'm glad it
sure.
worked out for you because that's a blessing.
Thank and in all fairness, I mean, like, even though I've been working with the camera forever and maybe she hasn't, she's been riding shotgun with me for like almost 18 years and she's seen me using a camera like
Yeah.
religiously. So I mean, I put the grid lines on there, I set the white balance, I put it on 24 frames per second cinematic mode, and I say, hey, keep me in the middle of these lines, give me a little bit of headroom. And dude, she took perfect direction. Anything I asked her to do, she did it. And honestly, there was a couple shots that she just kind of went with the moment and surprised me to where I was like, you've really been paying attention. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't be more blessed, bro. I can't lie.
It's
That's
like when your girl starts speaking your lingo, it's like that little proud moment that you have. She started learning your shit without you even really having to teach her. Like that's like a proud dad
100%.
moment. That shit's crazy.
It came out so good, bro, that like I would like to do it again in the future. I think that I don't think people that I know, we've done really well on pre-orders so far for it, but like the people that are like real deal loyal supporters that buy every movie we do, I think when they see this, a lot of them already know that I'm playing the dog keeper. I think whenever they watch it, they're probably gonna, without tooting my own horn, just a few people I've showed it to already are like, dude, why haven't you been doing this all along? And I'm like, well, I like being behind the camera.
Yeah.
Um,
There's something to that as well. Just having the creative control over it and just making like what's in your head, making
right.
it to where other people can be able to try to see that.
I think people are gonna want more of it, and I call it an offbeat film. So like, the difference is, like, usually when I make an indie horror film, um, I'm shooting something anticipating it could go to a theater, so I want to shoot it like I care. With an offbeat film, obviously you care, but like, there's room to try experimental stuff that usually wouldn't fly in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And I want to do more of that. Like each year, I want to make an offbeat film or two, and then each year, I want to make sure I'm making a film or two that has a chance, a potential chance to go to theaters.
Yeah.
So that's moving forward. That's the plan.
And what about other platforms like Tubi and places like that? Because Tubi has some great, it has some really good movies, but then I've also seen some crazy looking movies, some, you
Yeah,
know,
for
on
for
there.
sure. And you know,
You see the
there
memes about Tubi?
we're working on a deal right now. We've been trying to get the deal finished since December, where it would put all our movies on. I have 3 movies on Prime. I've got Mallet 1, Mallet 2, I've got Don't Go on the Trail on there, but it would put my entire catalog on Prime, Tubi, lots of different ones that I haven't even heard of, Screambox.
Is that just like a distribution deal?
So no, it's actually it's not. It's a company that purposely it strategically works with independent artists as a one-stop shop to where the only thing they really get out of the deal is from each platform they would distribute my movie to, they would get a certain percentage from Tubi, a certain percentage from Prime. And it really comes out of however successful my film is. So if the film's not successful, they don't see nothing, I don't see anything.
It's almost like is it like not compensation, but
Like a
not
royalty
comments.
type deal.
Yeah, like a royalty, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much
Or
that's
like a
what it.
pay-per-view almost.
Yeah, they'll whenever there's money collected, it goes into an account. They pay me when they're supposed to pay me, how they're supposed to pay me, and we both benefit from the deal. But it's not signing a distribution deal to where I'm exclusive with them. Like I could opt out at any time I want. However, opting in and getting with them, you have to meet certain standards across the board. And I mean, I've been doing this for a while, so I know everything they're looking for. So when I submit, I'm usually always on point. That hasn't been the problem. The problem has been things changed with streaming services towards the end of last year to where now so many people are submitting, they're wanting your submissions to look a certain way. Like
Yeah.
you can't put your website in the end credits. It can't be the last thing that somebody sees, because in the streaming services mind, that will make people go to your website and take them away from their platform.
Yeah.
So like there's little nitpicking stuff that to me and you is like, why do you guys care about that? Most people don't watch to the very last end of the credits anyway.
Mhm.
But they
Unless it's like
do.
a Marvel movie because they're waiting to see like what the next one's gonna be, but like that's rare.
That it is rare. You're right. And it's not just that. They have a laundry list of things now that they look for, that they want. And so that's been the holdup in this whole thing, is just checking off their list, making sure they're happy. And, hopefully I'm happy once we get the green light, because if I'm not, then I've put in all that work for nothing. I got to find somebody else to stream with. So,
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's interesting because it's kind of similar to like how podcasting distribution works. Like we only get paid if like we hit a certain threshold, but they'll definitely distribute it to everybody. But unless like ads from across all the platforms like eventually add up to something like $100, that's when you'll finally get paid out. So
I see.
it's interesting. It's kind of similar.
Yeah, no, for sure. And, you know, honestly, all the money that we've ever made that's really been significant has come from DVD sales, bro.
Really?
We've done over 30,000 DVD sales in 4 years and some change. And
Wow.
most of that has been from our home website and local mom and pop stores. Um, so, we've done good in that space, but I'm fully aware that like we need to be on streaming services around the board. And
It's just where the world is going, right?
yeah, I mean,
It
even
sucks, I hate it, but it's like physical is definitely always better. Like I just bought a
right.
little TV, a kitchen TV, just so I can watch my DVRs in the kitchen, like my old stuff. So I want it to last forever, but it's just realistically in like the day and age that we're in, it's hard to compete.
I think the collectors are gonna hold on to it, like the people out there that are really like that have the shirts, that have the tattoos, that have the
Yeah,
fancy
exactly.
cars.
The diehards, right?
The real, the real deal diehards, and you know, even when I say like 30,000 DVDs sold in 4 years, that's actually not a lot. Like I know a lot of people hear that and they'll say, "Oh, holy cow, that's crazy." It's really not a lot. I mean, you look at the size of my YouTube platform, quarter million followers. Like there's been a there's been months, dude, where that channel's got like 1,200, 1.2 million views a month. And in every video, I'm mentioning, go to my website, go to my website, go to my website. And that's good numbers. I'm proud of them. They've made us some good money. They've made us a functioning film studio, but technically, like, those are very small numbers. Believe it or
Mhm.
not. Like, I'm happy, but like I know we can do better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
But it's not how you start, but it's just how you like you're learning. But you can hindsight is like the best thing, like because you can look back on things and be like, well, this didn't work out, so let me try this way. And this way is working out, so let me keep doing that. So I
for
think you
sure.
know exactly what you're doing. I think that's good because you have the formula for sure. Your movies are good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And you said something a little bit ago that I forgot to respond to, but you were saying, like sometimes you'll see stuff on Tubi that's kind of like hit or miss. And you know what's happened, and I know you know this, you've seen it, but like a lot of people out there will see those kind of movies and they'll see that they're on streaming services and they'll say, "Oh, well, hey, we'll make a movie and we'll put it on streaming services and we'll make a lot of money." Well, what happens is then they
It
saturate the
waters
market.
down.
Yes, they saturate the
Yeah,
market with
it
crap,
waters it down, man.
and it makes platforms look bad. Like, because you can clearly tell when you watch a movie and somebody's just trying to make something to make some money.
Exactly.
And that sucks, dude. That's something I'll never do. I have to care about the project. I have to love the finished product, and if not, I don't put it out.
Yeah, and that's gotta be crazy, like, what's your mindset whenever you must feel like a rapper, like, I always hear rappers talk about when they're putting out an album, like, they know with that last day when they're gonna put it out, there's no turning back, and they're gonna get judged on, what they made, so you gotta make sure that that's exactly how you want it, and hope that people see your vision. How do you deal with
Sure.
that? Because
I
I don't even make it a thing when I drop episodes and things like that, I just do it.
man, going back to like the first movie in 2011, I used to doubt myself a lot, even though I knew I had what it takes to make it, and I knew I was good at what I did. But like I used to doubt myself a lot, and I even pulled that movie back in 2011. Don't Go on the Trail. Back then, dude, it was getting worldwide publicity. Like you can just Google "Don't Go on the Trail," a Jody S film, and you'll be like, "Holy cow!" Everybody wrote about this movie, and I pulled it to where people couldn't buy it because I wasn't happy with it. So some time goes by. At age 39, I come back and I drop Mallet 1 and I sell 11,000 copies of this movie. And I mean, we made a ton of money from one movie that I made on 10 grand. So where I was doubting myself, I obviously had what it took, but now I'm more confident. It's become second nature to where it's like I pay attention to the feelings. And if I don't feel good, we reshoot something. I re-edit something. Like we're not on anybody's watch, and that's the whole purpose of being independent, man. Like,
That's the beauty of it, man.
yeah, it's not like I have somebody like gonna walk up behind me here and say, "Jody, I don't like the way you edited that." It's my final call. So
What
if
about
I
deadlines?
no deadlines, bro,
Non-existent, right?
I used
That's the
to
beauty,
set
like, so
deadlines
many
for
people worry about
myself.
that. Yeah.
And I stopped doing that shit because like when you tell somebody something, some people take it to heart and they won't let you forget it. So I stopped
They
setting
take it as
deadlines for
law.
myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that we don't have the pressure of investors and things like that. And I just want to keep doing what we've been doing. It's been working, and I'm a firm believer in that. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Right, and you have something that you can do forever too, and that's the amazing part about it. You're building something that's generational thing. You're gonna leave it all to your kid. You were telling me that last time, and I
Yeah.
just see the empire that you're building. I think it's insane.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. And I want to, I believe the same things, are going to happen. Whatever you want your path to be, I know it's going to happen for you too, man. Like I said, you've been consistent and you're leading with passion and you know what it is, dude. You got to care about whatever you're doing. And I think that's one thing that sticks out to me about people is like, I can tell you care about your podcast. You can tell I care about my movies. We have a 50-50 chance that we're going to do something incredible.
Right.
We're not those people that are like, oh, let's make something and hope we get paid. And I don't care how
Yeah.
shitty it is. Let's just put it out.
Mhm.
uh,
Exactly.
you know, I we want to be remembered for it. We don't want to be perfect example. So Betty Boop came to public domain in January. The full rights to the full elements of Betty Boop go to public domain in January of 2027. I am making a Betty Boop slasher film right now, and I can't release it till next year. But that movie's costing me $55,000 to make. It's the highest budget movie that I will have done yet. And and I tell you this, and I mean it with all my heart. If I don't like the finished product, 55 grand or not, I will not put that movie out because I don't want to be the guy that fucked up Betty Boop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's that
saying?
so this movie's gonna be out next year, like, would you say around this time, like, next spring?
Bro, I think yeah, you just said it, man. I think probably I wouldn't be surprised if it's out this time next year, the same month.
Really? Okay, that'll be maybe
Yep.
part 3 or 4 by then.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's
That'll be
run it up.
amazing.
And
That's
and
so
I think
cool.
that one's gonna do really good too, man. It seems like a lot of people are hyped for it, and I've barely promoted it, and I've had a lot of people just really
The
come out of the
concept
woodwork.
of that seems really just cool too, because everybody knows Betty Boop, right?
Right. I Even if you don't know her purpose or what she's about, you've heard of her, you know her. So yeah, I'm pretty I've been a fan of domain horror, bro. I love what my buddy Scott did with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I love what Steven did with Screamboat Willie. Um, there's been a lot of good things, dude, and I'm even the stuff they did with Popeye the Slayer, man. Like
Mhm. I
I
just
did,
saw that actually.
it wasn't bad, dude. You got to
Yeah, it
give
was
him
pretty
respect.
good.
So you know, I I'm looking forward to throwing, what I can do out there and with the domain character and I think people are going to love it, bro. I'm so stoked for it and I wouldn't risk that kind of money if I wasn't confident.
Yeah, and those kind of projects, those are like when you talk about legacy and what you're gonna leave behind and what people are gonna remember you for, that's exactly what it is. And like I said, you know that you got the formula, so I don't have any doubt in my mind that you're gonna not succeed because you already know what it is.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, yeah, you're awesome, man, and I appreciate your kindness always. I know when we talked before, I was like, dude, he's like way too easy to talk to.
Psychology, so I'm studying like how to talk to people and like and things like that because like it's parapsychology, but I'm still having to take all the normal psychology and sociology classes and just understanding how people talk and understanding like the intent of why they're saying certain things and like and just
That's
it's interesting to me.
that's
I like
awesome.
people. I like people, but I really don't like people. Like I'm kind of like a hermit,
Hmm.
but I'll come out every once in a while.
Well, I think that's great, especially doing what you're doing right here, bro. Like, how could you ask for a better thing to be underlining what your passion is? That's wild. I mean, I think that's incredible, man. Like I said, I also look forward to seeing, what you do, man. And listen, this independent horror film company, bro, I have been working at this since I was 5 years old. I'm 42. It didn't take off for me until age 39. And it goes to show you don't set deadlines for yourself. Don't let people set deadlines for you. Like stuff will
Be
happen
your
when
own
it's
boss
supposed to.
at the end of the day. That's what I always tell people. Just do it yourself, bro. Be your own fucking boss, man.
Bro,
Nobody's gonna do it like you're gonna do it. So just do it yourself.
Real
I
boss.
love that. That's
That's
badass.
you
Yep.
know, it's something I live by,
That's
man.
badass.
It's you know, and there was times in my life, dude, where I worked for somebody else, but like it was always my goal to work for myself. And if it's your goal and you work hard, it'll just happen. It'll happen
And
when
it'll
it's
happen
supposed to happen.
naturally and it'll happen genuinely. And people, when you're doing something genuine, that's when people are attracted to it. And that's when it kind of takes off because you're doing something that it's not artificial, it's real, it's genuine.
Right. 100%, man. And you know, I watch nothing but horror films. I don't watch anything outside of you know, the genre of horror. I only watch horror during like the month of December. My wife can get me to watch maybe like Christmas Vacation with her or something. Um, but I watch enough horror to know that I have my own style. I'm doing it a little different, to where it can stick out and people will notice. And when you watch my movies, you see my name in the credits like 20 times. It's because I write them, I direct them, I film them, I edit them, I do the lighting, special effects, makeup, score all the music you hear, and then I design the DVD covers at the end of the day. So, you know, it's like I don't know a lot of people in the film business that do every aspect of the artistry when it comes to their films, and they fund it themselves. And
Yeah.
you know,
I feel like that has something to do with it being corporate. I feel like when it's corporate, you don't have as much creative control, especially like say if I were to go write a book and I wanted to like
mhm. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, not everybody knows how to do this stuff. I've pretty much learned how to do everything I do because I would, you know, I remember being 21 years old and hiring a special effects makeup artist, and I had a location book, I had actors booked, everybody was showing up, I was putting out money, and then the special effects makeup artist didn't show up. And I was like, I can't ever be in this situation again. I'm going to learn how to do it. And
yeah.
I got lucky. It didn't take me long to learn how to make people look like zombies or vampires, or like they were missing, you know, missing fingers, or, you know, creating props. There's nothing I don't know how to do with silicone or latex. So, I mean, I taught myself out of being in a desperate situation. And the only thing that I've done my entire life since I've done it since I was 9 years old, actually, is I've been making music since I was nine. So the music is the most effortless thing for me. Like most of the soundtracks I score for these movies are done usually within 2 weeks, and we're talking anywhere from 18 to 28 tracks. So,
Mhm.
you know, like,
Which is crazy. That's like an album. That's
yeah,
more than an album. That's a ballad.
for, for sure. The one for the Doll Keeper was the shortest one that I've done yet. I think there's 10 tracks on the whole movie, but I mean, they're all original. And, you know,
Which is neat. That's
yeah,
different. Most people would like sample or like use other people's things, but that's crazy.
yeah, I've never sampled either, bro. I know how it's done, but I love playing the piano. I love playing drums. I love playing my
I love
guitar.
piano as well. Piano's dope.
Oh,
I love when
dude,
I'm in an airport and I see a public piano. As introverted as I am, I'll always play it if I see one.
same.
Yeah.
Same, bro. Yeah, I
But
can't
I'm
walk
playing
in
like
anywhere.
cover songs. I'm playing like Metallica and shit, like Fade to Black on piano.
Oh, nice. Very cool, man.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can play anything on piano. That's the fun of it.
I have that same thing, bro. I can't see a piano and not touch it, even if it's just poking down one key. I have
Yeah.
to you know, bang on it. So
That's too cool. So your newest movie, I Am the Dog Keeper, is that out yet?
comes out April 1st.
Oh, so it's coming out recently, or in a little bit. Okay,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
is it
yeah.
gonna come out at? On Amazon Prime?
So people will be able to buy signed DVDs as usual, as always, at deanshauntedmansion.com. And then yeah, they can look for it on streaming services. It should be on Prime, but I mean, if if you go to your search engines and you put in "I am the dog keeper" on streaming services, you'll be able to find it. It will be out there. I'm working on all that right now, but like I said in the beginning, I think one thing that people love is every DVD we sell at Dean's Haunted Mansion, we sign I've hand signed over 30,000 DVDs, and I think that personal touch is what's attractive to a lot of people, that you're
It
getting
is.
a
It's feeling
movie.
seen.
Yeah, and and if we know who's buying it, man, like, yeah, we do customizations, and I've done all kinds of crazy little sketches on people's stuff. They have no idea what's coming to them, and I see how happy they are, and it's really cool, man. So,
It is cool.
but yeah, it's coming, dude, and I'm stoked about it. Like I said, it's one of the most creepy, disturbing, unique indie horror films that I have made to date. So,
Do you do merch, like, for your company and stuff?
I do. The last movie I dropped, The Clownering, we
I
had.
saw a lot of merch for that, the hats and
Yeah,
stuff, that shit was dope, I ain't gonna
thank you,
lie.
man. Yeah, that was a little different. I went crazy with that one. We put out shirts, we put out hats, posters, stickers. Um, the DVDs did really well there. For I Am the Dog Keeper, I don't think we have a lot of merch dropping as of right now, but um, I think the movie's really cool too, because if it's something I don't think we covered it. It's actually in black and white.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. So, I was gonna ask you, so when you're making your movies, do you Hey, what's up, Brett? When you're making your movies, do you make, like, a universe around your movies? Like, say, in this next one, you're gonna be the villain. Are you making, like, a whole universe around you being the villain?
It can happen. I didn't do that with
Because you
this.
never know what's gonna take off, right? Like, I feel
That's
like
true.
this sounds really cool, so I feel like it could take off, and it would be cool to have, like, a second one or a third one in the future, maybe.
That's a smart thing to do. And one thing I always do, no matter what, is I do always leave the endings to where if there needed to be a sequel, there could be, and it would make sense.
Right.
Even though the only movie I've made a sequel to so far was Mallet. I did Mallet: The Nightmare Begins, and then I did Mallet 2: The Nightmare Continues. And you know, both those movies did really good. However, like, usually you wouldn't make a sequel unless you sold maybe like 100,000 DVDs, and I did it because I sold 10,000 DVDs. But
A win
in
is a win, man.
in respect to that decision, Mallet 2 ended up selling almost the exact same amount as Mallet 1. So I mean, they did want a part 2.
Mhm.
So, you
I also
know,
wanted to ask, would you if you were to recreate a movie, is it still Wrong Turn 4?
um it's definitely a wrong turn movie. What you know, so Wrong Turn 4, yes, you're awesome, dude. You remember that. Wrong Turn 4 is still my favorite horror film of all time. Um, but just a wrong turn movie in general. I'd love to if I was gonna recreate one, I would almost love to recreate the first wrong turn movie, make it more bloody, more gory, more realistic. Um, and I would do something more gritty than anything they've ever done. And honestly, I've visualized this until I'm blue in the face. I've reached out to the guy who has the rights, and I've just kind of said, like, I will be your water boy. I will do whatever to work on one of the sets for a wrong turn movie in order for it to be a stepping stone to get me to be there to be in this franchise in some way, shape, or form. I want to write and direct a wrong turn movie.
How would you go about like, where would you do it? Like, would you make it something completely different? Like, maybe they're in the desert, like the Hills of Ice kinda setting,
That's
or would it be somewhere in, like, rainforest in Washington, just somewhere weird, right? Somewhere different.
So those are both great ideas. The desert is very attractive, and so is Washington. Oh my God, Washington is beautiful for filming. That overcast, bro. Oh, um, but I would stay with traditional. It'd be out in the country in the middle of nowhere. But what would be different is
Appalachia. It'd be
Yes,
crazy. That would be fucking
absolutely.
wild.
Yeah, bro. Go into Virginia, man, and into some, the areas where they tell you not to go. Um, but
In the backwoods, right?
I would go silicone on that film, and I would make the special effects feel so real and look so real that people would say, "I've never seen this version of Wrong Turn before." Like, what's so attractive about Terrifier to people? If you look at the special effects when they're happening, there's a sense that, like, holy cow, like this really feels real. It's really terrifying.
Yeah. Mhm.
They've never, other than Wrong Turn 4, they've never really done that in a Wrong Turn movie, and they haven't done it at the highest caliber you could. And I think one thing that we see is people want practical effects, even here in 2025. So, you know,
But it would be different in 2026. Now here we are. Like it would be an updated version to that old playbook, right? It
right.
would be an updated and better version of like I don't in the first Wrong Turn. I think they had the big cell phone, like the huge brick cell phone. It was like
Right.
it was back then, right? They didn't, so it would be different nowadays, right?
It definitely would be. I would do a more modern take on it, but I would make it I would definitely start off the same way. Guy stuck in traffic on the highway decides to take a shortcut, and then from there, that's where my spin on the whole thing would just be like, "Holy cow! This has a feeling of the original, but 10 times more powerful, more brutal, and leaves you kind of like you want to see one of the victims, you want to see them win, but I would constantly make you feel like it was impossible to where as the viewer you gave up on it, and at the end of it it could be anybody's game, but ultimately we know the Hillikers, the Wrong Turn people, man, Three Finger and the boys, man, that they're going to exist again.
Yeah. So let me ask you, do you notice a trend with like nowadays with horror movies? Like you just saw Scream 7. Do you notice how they're kind of do you think they're kind of gentrifying things a little bit? Making things like how modern like we're in 2026, we're in a different world than how we were 10 years ago.
You know, uh, I'll say
I
that I
saw
see
it
it.
when I noticed it. I'll tell you when I noticed it real quick. I
Okay.
noticed it with the latest Texas Chainsaw Massacre when they were in that bus and the killer came on the bus and all the kids just fucking raised their cell phones. They're just like started recording them instead of running away. It's just like making it more. I don't know how to say the word. I think gentrifying it is the word, but I think that only has to do with like buildings and shit.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, and I'll say all I can really say is that it feels like a lot of stuff that I'm watching that over these last 4 years that's coming out. It feels regurgitated. It feels recycled. There's not a lot that feels new. Um, and maybe even I've done this too. Well, I'm guilty of it. But I want to say that we got to change that, and it's got to feel new, or else we're not going to keep people long term, long game for the horror genre. Like it's not ever going to go away, but we don't want to burn people out. It's like the whole Terrifier thing. I'm a huge fan of Terrifier, but I'm a bigger fan of the guys who made Terrifier. I know those guys, they're good dudes, and I'm
Mhm.
super proud of them. But like you can't go anywhere now without seeing Art the Clown. I mean, there's gummies. There's freaking art gummy bears, bro. Like he's you know, and although that's cool, the money's great. When you see something so much over and over, it starts to become not so cool.
Yeah.
You
It
get burnt
becomes
out.
like mainstream, right? And I think the thing
Yeah.
with society is like they tend to push away mainstream. It's the reason why a lot of people don't like Taylor Swift for absolutely no reason other than she's mainstream.
That blows my mind because I've heard so many people like say bad things about her, and I'm not necessarily a fan of her music, but I would say seems like a pretty decent human being. Like I don't know what there is to hate.
Yeah, she just seems normal, but it's just she's the kind of person that, like Drake level stardom, like if she puts
Yeah.
out anything, she could sneeze on a track and it'll sell a million albums. So
Right.
it's
That's
just one of
true.
those kind of things. Yeah.
That's true.
Mainstream is weird.
I mean, you did say something there. There's a ton of truth to that. And there's people in the movie industry, dude, that like you just see their name on something and you'll take a chance at watching it because you're like, oh, Blumhouse did that.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and I'm a fan of Blumhouse. I love Jason Blum, what he's done and everything, but I still have to like the trailer.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
I
Did you
still
see
have
the new
to like
trailer for the scary movie, the new scary movie?
yeah, it was it looked funny. It looked good.
Yeah.
I'm pr- I'm proud to see them. Obviously people love it and they want more of it, so I'm happy to see that they just didn't get the money and are like, well, forget the people, I don't care what they want, we're rich enough. Like they're like, no, they want more, let's keep giving them more even though we're good.
That's another
So
example. I think Kai Cenat was in that one. There's like streamers and people like that in there, because it's like that's the new thing, right? It's streaming and it makes sense.
yeah, and dude, I think streaming is very very hot right now.
It's
Like the
cool.
way they're doing it, I do think it's cool, but I think it's going to be short lived as well. I think like in 4 years from now it's going to be something else.
Yeah.
And I've seen this wave so many times. I've been doing YouTube since 2018. Like, I'm almost at the point right now where I'm thinking about retiring from it, and just doing movies full time. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I mean, I
I,
pretty
I
much
was gonna
do.
ask you about that because that's what I've noticed. It seems like you're putting a lot more focus into movies and in your music lately,
Yeah, I
which isn't a bad thing.
no, no, I
You make good
love
shit.
YouTube, dude. YouTube's been great to me, bro. I mean, I wouldn't even be making movies if it wouldn't have been for YouTube. I wouldn't have sold the amount of copies we have if it wasn't for YouTube. It's been very beneficial. I love it. I love the supporters we have. I don't think I'll ever like completely go away, but like I am kind of to the point now to where since I was 5 years old, I've been wanting to do nothing but make movies. I'm in the position where I've got, I can do it. And I ask myself sometimes, why am I doing anything else? Even the stores, bro. Like the stores are great. They're very lucrative. But like, yeah, there's a big part of me that just wants to only
It's what
do
gets you out
movies.
of bed in the morning, right? It's what gets you
100%.
motivated.
For sure. Some days, man, I'll wake up and I'll say, you know what? I'll give my game store to my oldest son. I'll give my video store to my youngest son. I'll give my channel to one of my best friends, and I just roll out and go to set every day and be working on maybe instead of 2 or 3 movies a year, we'll knock out 6,
Wow, that's super ambitious, but I think you could do it. How many are you doing right now? Like 2 movies a year?
2 to 3, yeah,
2 to 3? Yeah.
yeah.
That's not bad though. That's consistent.
No, it's good. It's good. I think I just wrapped I Am the Dog Keeper, and like I start Don't Make Betty Boop in April. But there's a big part of me that's like thinking about what am I gonna do after Betty Boop?
Mhm.
And I've got the
Is that what you're
script.
always thinking about? Like, is what is the next thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to turn it off, bro. It's one of my gifts and one of my curses because it's good for business, but for mental health, like you gotta have downtime,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I totally get you on that.
So but but I love it though. And like, but you do have to rest here and there, bro. I don't know what that is, but I need to because at 42 years old, I mean, bro.
That's crazy. I literally just got done writing a paper for college on my thesis was on that, on taking rest and like how important it is and things like that. That's crazy.
It is crazy, bro. And my wife, she's constantly getting on to me and just saying, "You like, can you just stop? Can you just relax?" And sometimes I hear her, bro, and I do, but then there's other times where it's not even it's my brain. I don't know how to turn it off. I've tried to go to a different place and think about weird stuff and just falling in space, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm thinking about making another movie again."
But
So,
that's good that you have those, like, that is still, like, is exciting to you, you know? You don't feel like you've reached the mountaintop to where, you don't you can't get excited for it anymore, which is crazy.
Yeah, bro. I remember this feeling when I was 5 years old, and I know that's crazy, like, because it was forever ago. But I remember this feeling I would get when I would watch horror films, and it felt so good. I remember it like it was yesterday. And now when I make them, that feeling is on steroids. Like, I still have it. It's a fire inside of me, and I don't think it will ever go away. But maybe it will. I don't know. But I have visualizations of me being like 60, 70 years old, still making movies.
As you should. There are plenty of people that do that, like Morgan Freeman and
Right.
people like that. They're still killing it.
I want to, man. Money. The only thing money means to me is that I can keep doing what I love, and so I don't think like there's no amount I'm ever chasing or anything like that. Like that's almost irrelevant to me. Like I remember once upon a time it was very important, but like now, like I'm just like, dude, I can keep doing what I love, and that's the
Yeah,
most
once you
valuable
hit your
thing in the
stride,
world.
you kinda looked at it and your paradigm kinda changed a little bit. Your what was important to you is you see the bigger picture.
Right? Yeah, and very thankful for that, man, because I know a lot of people that want to do this that can't. I know a lot of people that do this, and if they fail, they can't do the next one. And I went for a long time not being able to do one, doing the family thing, and I didn't have. That's one thing YouTube did for me was it gave me enough money to take chances and fail and still be okay. So it could say like, okay, you really want to do this, you have enough money, you can try it. If it fails, yes, you're out 10 grand. However, like you're okay, you still can pay your bills, you still got money, you still got a career. Um and taking that chance was one of the biggest payoffs I ever did at 39 years old doing mallet. It was like I waited my whole life to get to that moment, and if I would have quit or threw in the towel a year before, a day before, 2 weeks, 5 years, bro, I would never be sitting here talking to you right now about my sixth feature film that's getting ready to come out.
Everything happens for a reason, man. So let me ask you, so when you finally felt that recognition of, like, you know what you wanna do, when you finally understood that, how did that feel? When you went from, like, because I feel like there are 2 sides of life. You're going through life, you don't know you don't have a clue of what you're gonna do, you don't know your purpose, you don't know what you're gonna do, and then something happens, and then for the rest of your life, you have a mission, you're doing that for your mission. I'm doing it with this, you're doing it with that, and you're killing it. So how was that when you finally felt that for the first time? You found your purpose.
It I'll just be honest. Like I'm not ashamed of it or anything. I stopped drinking and doing drugs and smoking cigarettes like 16 years ago. I've been clean for 16 years. I don't.
Wow, congratulations. That's
Thank,
crazy.
thank you. Yeah, I don't do
It's
anything
amazing.
whatsoever. Um, but I'll say that like when that happened for me, I felt the most ultimate self high I've ever felt in my life, and it didn't take drugs. It just took seeing something that was in here work, and that made me feel so good that I can honestly say there's nothing that can compare that I've ever
It's
done.
a different kind of fulfillment, right?
It's I still have it as I sit here and talk to you right now, and when I get off here, like if I just look over to my side and I see
It's almost
you know
surreal.
these movies and stuff that I've made, I'm just like, it's funny. I was 5 years old, like in love with this stuff, and now I get to do it. And if I have a bad year, I'll be okay, and that is
Mhm.
pretty crazy, man. So
But you know that having a bad year is subjective to you because you know that you've already made it. You
it's
you get
true.
to do what you love for a
Right.
living and provide for your family, so you've already here for you is just in, because you do put out good shit, man. Your music is crazy.
Dude, I appreciate that. I think like I know we've done good. I know we're doing good, but I think that I'm not oblivious that like everybody fails. I don't know any artist that has a hit song every time they put out an album. Like I, you know what I mean? Like I know that we will put out something at some point that it can happen, and that's okay. We have. I say this shit all the time, and sometimes people look at me.
Yeah. It takes eating that humble pie, like actually without bullshitting yourself, like actually having that humble pie and being like, if I fail, I fail, but I'm doing what I love, so I know that I'm gonna succeed because that doing what you love is how you keep that consistency.
Right. Yeah. No. Absolutely, man. And I'm all for it. I don't think of it in a negative way. I'm just aware that it can happen, man. I've been doing music since I was 9 years old, and I've only had one song ever actually get played on radio. And whenever
Really?
when they played it on 102 Jams in Orlando, um, which is a huge radio station there, when they played that song, they pretty much told me if you get 350 requests for it, we'll play it again. I got 325 and it never happened again.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
I mean,
crazy.
that was like 18 years ago. So,
Wow. That's crazy.
but in all fairness, now my music is in my movies, and it does. I mean, my buddy Jesse, he said to me last week, he said, if making music was your only talent, he said, bro, that would be enough. And I was like, wow, holy shit. That's
Yeah,
wild.
but some people are multi-talented. Like if you're a musician, you more than likely don't play one instrument,
Right.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I can play some great drums, but I can't play live drums. But still, just the same, if I need a drum track, I can sit down on a keyboard or a drum machine and I can lay it out like it ain't nothing.
Hmm.
But just
Live drums, like without an earpiece in and things like that.
yeah, like on a live drum kit, a real drum set, like I when I say I can't do it, I don't think I've ever put any practice into doing it, but I've sat down at one before and I don't feel like I'd be a natural at that. However, the first time I ever got a drum machine, like I was knocking it out and killing it pretty fast.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. So
But
where can people find your music at? Is it on like Apple Music and Spotify and things like that?
iTunes, Spotify, and you can find it on YouTube. I mean, my YouTube name's Hunting the Dead. If you're looking for my movies and stuff, just put in Jody S. Dean, and I'll pop up all over Google, and you just go down the rabbit hole, man. But yeah, I go by Hunting the Dead on my YouTube channel, and with my music, I do. But in my movies, everything's just a Jody S. Dean film, Jody S. Dean soundtrack. So.
Okay, did you do that for like branding?
Yeah, back in the day, when you were really taking your music serious and you were trying to go somewhere with it, you would get your name trademarked and you would have a logo that would attach to your name. And one thing that I learned was if you just go by your legal name, bro, like you don't have to worry about that. It's your legal name. You're allowed to use it.
Your
you know,
government name.
yeah, like, it would be really cool to be little Jody McFloaty, but like I don't have to go and trademark all that shit. I can just be Jody SD, man. But
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah, uh,
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah.
That's
But
too cool. So this movie's gonna be out in April, right?
April 1st, man, and if
April
people
1st.
pre-order
April Fool's Day.
DVDs, yeah, yeah, but it's actually coming out though. I promise. I'm not misleading people.
Okay,
So,
that's
but
cool.
yeah, they can go to deanshauntedmansion.com, or like I said, just look Jody S. Dean film across the board, man. And hopefully we'll get to circle back around and do this again when Don't Make Betty Boop comes about.
Oh, for sure. A year from now, we'll be talking about this encounter, and it'll be a good time. We'll be in contact, man. We're locked in. Don't even worry.
Let's do it, man. I
I
appreciate
appreciate you,
you
man. I love
and
what you're doing.
thank you. And I appreciate like you not only like have we talked and we done this thing, but I've seen you like support and stay engaged, and I appreciate that, man. And I look forward to
Of
doing
course,
the
because
same.
it's free. If it's free. You might as well. You're a friend, of course. I want you to succeed.
Absolutely.
I don't want everybody to succeed. Why not?
Well,
That's the
some
point
people
of being independent rather than corporate.
that's true. That's true, man. No, I love seeing people succeed, bro. And I try and help anybody I can along the way. But I think at the end of the day, there's only one thing, bro. And I swear I've seen it with anybody that's done this. It is only consistency. It's a numbers game. That you
It
stay
is.
consistent at some point, the algorithm picks you up and says, "Okay, you're not going to stop.
Exactly. It's
Let's let
crazy.
you cook, man."
It's crazy. And it's like, the only way to lose is to not play. So you might as well
There it
just keep
is.
doing it. It's what we want to do. So you might as well keep on doing it.
That's true, man. And definitely shoot me your information and I will send you a couple free DVDs, man.
Oh, I love that. For sure, I'll send you that. And also after this, can you send me your the links to like Apple and where they can find your music and stuff? Because I think
For
that'll be
sure.
cool.
Definitely. I'm doing another interview with somebody else here shortly. But
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
as soon as I get done with that, I'll send you that stuff and like I
Oh, no
said, man,
rush, no rush.
I'll send you a couple DVDs, man, so you can have some stuff that we've done.
I love that, man. I'm excited to follow your journey. I love seeing what you're doing. Yeah, you just hit $1 million. Like, dude, you're fucking killing it, bro. Like,
Thank you.
I like being humble in these times. Like, you should be proud. Like, you should absolutely be proud. You're building something that a lot of people dream of doing.
Appreciate it, man. I think it's the only way to be, man. I'm gonna like I said, been this way forever. I'm not gonna change. And you know, eh, bro, there was something I wanted today that was like $50 and I procrastinated over it because I was like, I don't need it. Like I can
Yeah.
put that money into making a film. So like I only have what I have because like I really care about what I want to do with it.
Right, because you're smart with it. There's a purpose to everything you do. Like there's an intent
For
behind
sure.
everything that you do, and that's the important part.
Yeah, man. I've seen people get like money though, and like you don't even know who they are no more. They're a whole different people, and like they lose like you question if they ever had heart to begin with. And dude, that is just so weird because when I got it, it never like nothing changed. I was like, okay, cool. My family has some security.
Hmm. Yeah, that happened to me. I used to be in the military when I got out of basic training, and AIT overseas like right away, so I couldn't spend it anywhere. So I
Oh
kept
wow.
it kept stacking up, and then eventually got to like 60K, and I was like, damn, So
Right.
I had that all at like 17, 18. So I'm like, if you don't really go through that and you don't really see those things and experience that, and you experience it later, and maybe it'll be different. But
That's true. Yeah,
it
you're
definitely does change you.
yeah. Yeah,
But
I was
I noticed when I had all of that, and I still do, but it's like you walk through the mall and you don't buy shit. I'll go to the mall and I'll get like a slice of pizza. When you have it, you don't need
right.
it. It's a mindset change. Now that I have it, it's just like, oh, I can walk to the mall and just browse. I can get anything in here, but I don't need anything in here.
Bro, it's a great feeling,
Paradigm
man.
shift.
It's too bad that more people don't learn that early on, but I mean, we're very blessed that we did, bro. And yeah, I love the fact that this is so weird saying it out loud. And then I got to jump off here, but
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I, I love the fact, God forbid, like if something happened to me today, I know my family's good for a while.
Hmm.
And I don't think that I could feel, I don't think there's anything that can ever top that,
Right.
and I hate to say
Security.
that.
It's different.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I've lost a lot of friends around my age. More people seem like they're dying younger nowadays. I've had a lot of health issues and scares over the last 5 years. And just to have that little bit of peace of mind, like, you know what? Even though I'll be gone, they'll still say, "Wow, Dad's still taking care of us."
Right. It's
Like, thank,
important.
yeah,
Generational wealth, man. It's important. Those are the important things in life, like having land and taking care of your kids.
right.
And what are they gonna have when, like, what you got to think about what kind of world they're gonna live in when they get 18 to 25 and they're looking for a job and they don't have a place to stay, and you got to help them out.
That's true, man. We're very, yeah, we're lucky we know this, and we
You've got
talk.
your head on straight, and that's super fortunate to see because it's unfortunate so many people don't have their head on straight. But it's just
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Sorry about that.
oh, you're good, you're good.
But again, thank you, man. So nice talking with you. And
Always, man, always. I look forward to the next time.
same here. We won't let so much time go by. And whenever this is up, I'll definitely share it out everywhere. So
Awesome, man. I appreciate you. I'm excited to follow your journey. Keep killing it. I'll hit a million one day, and we'll be celebrating here, bro.
it's
You,
gonna happen,
I don't like all the praises and all that. You deserve all that and so much more. Keep killing it, man.
dude. Means the world. And I'm looking for you too, brother. So
Alrighty, man. We'll talk soon. Okay.
all right, take care.
Peace.